During rocket construction, we each developed unique designs for our rockets, with notable variations in fin shape, height, and decoration. During rocket launch, we collected data with inclinometers to calculate height, observed the rockets, and how their variations affected height and stability. Thanks to Mr. Larson, we were able to observe a professional rocket launch and return safely to the ground. We also worked in teams for each station and collaborated to collect data, retrieve the rockets, and record the launches.
In the Saturn V rocket hangar, we were able to see one of only 3 Saturn V rockets in the world. Additionally, we received an explanation of the stages of the rocket from Norman Chaffee, one of the scientists who helped design the rocket. His unique perspective of the Apollo missions and Saturn V rocket was very informative.
With the designing of the landers, 2 main components were vital to the lander's success, the first of which being the crumple zone. Each lander was equipped with some version of a part with the job of taking the majority of the impact, so that the lander itself and the accelerometer inside would only experience a small portion of the landing force. Additionally, the placement and area coverage of the parachutes were a defining factor of how well the lander would take the impact. Using many parachutes and large amounts of area coverage allows the lander to slow down as much as possible before the landing impact.
Every team needed to brainstorm and design a 3D tool that can be capable to repair a coolant system. 3D tools are often used for their versatility and cheap material. The designers used the website Tinkercad to create the tool and send it to the printer. They had to overcome technology and design issues, realizing that the printer could not create exactly what they had in mind. Despite these issues, all teams were able to finish before 8 p.m. for extra points and successfully create innovative tools.
Mentors and subject matter experts were one of the many resources the teams had for their projects. The mentors and the SMEs were able to share their knowledge in specific areas of their contributions in NASA to give teams new perspectives for their projects. Mentors were assigned to teams depending on their knowledge and careers. Teams learned about engines, astronaut diets, testing projects, and much, much more. We thank all the mentors and SMEs for their time, input, and patience.
The rover designing competition was one of the multitude of engaging challenges that we completed this past week. Essentially, this challenge involved creating a rover using a LEGO Mindstorms EV3 set. This rover's task was then to collect as many water particles, rocks, and buggies from the competition field. All teams started with a set amount of money, and as the week progressed, we were able to gain or lose money depending on the different challenges. Furthermore, every piece of the rover had a cost that would be deducted from the team's balance. With these constraints in mind, we were challenged while attempting to optimize our rovers. It was fun.
My favorite experience this week was the Longhorn Project. Some of the things we did was learn about longhorns, we got to feed the barn animals, and we got a chance to go to the greenhouse in a beautiful garden. The Houston Longhorn program owns the ranch and is a sponsor for NASA. I believe we really benefited from the trip because part of our mission at Haas was to do with constructing a greenhouse. In addition to that, we got to information regarding plant growth and the environment they live in. Overall, the entire journey was an experience I'll never forget.
Seeing every team at their mission was really my favorite part of Haas. Through Alpha's mission of getting to Mars, Bravo's mission of discovering Mars, Charlie's mission of living on Mars, and Delta's mission of working on Mars, Haas as a team was able to plan our 1,000-day mission. And though weaknesses and strengths played a part in every team, we were able to stand beside the saying of how failure is not an option.
My favorite part of Haas was visiting the Mission Control Center and seeing how the flight directors work as a team in order to make sure all members aboard the ISS are safe and able to do their daily routine. I really enjoyed visiting this facility because when you come to think about it, it's kind of like what Haas as a team was like as we worked together to plan our mission to Mars. This also highlighted the idea that at NASA you don't necessarily have to be an aerospace engineer, but can be a part in the workings of communication and health aboard any mission.
Building 29 is really cool because it is where the avionics systems are tested. We saw large computers in the test of some avionic systems that were classified. Upstairs, several college students worked on light fixtures, among other things for the gateway, using virtual reality. They used an Oculus Rift and a HoloLens to view what they were working on as if they were actually there, which was very interesting to me. I was surprised that NASA allows college students to work on various projects, like what we saw in Building 29, and it makes me more optimistic about possibly pursuing a career with NASA in the future.
An awe-inspiring constituent revolved around the Neutral Buoyancy Lab.
It was fascinating to see so many highly trained and motivated professionals explore their passions and work in such a collaborative and meaningful project. While on the surface it resembled a basic pool, all the action really happens below the surface. With a model ISS, astronauts are able to experience working on the ISS in almost a zero-G environment with model tools that could simulate the necessary maintenance projects. As a team, we learned how NASA professional divers got to where they are today, through perseverance, passion, and curiosity.
Jerry Woodfill, the former warning system engineer for Apollo 11 and Apollo 13, delivered an inspirational speech to us, accompanied by lots of singing. He encouraged us to pursue our dreams no matter how much we believe we are failures. His many anecdotes about not having the right stuff in his youth culminated in a success story as JFK's speech inspired him to pursue a job at NASA, where he made sure everyone would know about problems when they happened.
We'd like to thank all of our mentors, counselors, sponsors, and everyone who made this program a possibility for us. This has been one of the most amazing experiences of our lives, and we couldn't be more grateful to everyone that gave us this opportunity.